Yeah, I still remember the sound effects. What is going on, everybody? This is Mr. ReyRey, and you're watching Megabit Misfits. Thank you so much for coming back to the podcast. We truly, truly appreciate it. And on today's episode, I'm just going to get right into it. Like, subscribe, bell notification, everything. On today's episode, man, me and Rav talk about Nintendo. We talk about Sony. We talk about Xbox, handhelds. We get into the comment of the week, which is a very important section for us that we want to get into. And then just regular banter, chit chat. Please hit that music. So thank you, everybody, for coming back to another episode of Megabit Misfits. I am here with my co-host, Rav. What's going on, Rav? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? What's up? What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just looking forward to our milestone that we passed. We're going to talk about that, or really, not really talk about it, but we're planning a little something for a future episode. So we passed a certain milestone. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you will know. Hopefully, you watch. But one thing I definitely want to get across to everyone in the beginning of this episode is that we have a specific section and segment for the show that Mr. Lee, if you notice, Mr. Lee is not with us today. He is busy working. Mr. Lee, earn that money, boy. And one thing that's really important to him and to all three of us is the comment section. We love when we get comments. We love when we get questions. We read pretty much every single one that comes up. If I don't read it, Lee does. If Lee does it, Rav does. If Rav does, or we read all of them for in a combination, and we try to get back to everybody and every single one. And the thing is that we love a segment called Comment of the Week. It's going to be toward the ending of this video. And we pick a comment and or question, and we answer them and give you a shout out, and just for like a fan appreciation type of thing. Or not even, can we even say fans? We're not freaking famous, nothing like that. Just supporters,
viewer appreciation.
Supporters, viewer appreciation, exactly. So we really thank you. We really take that very seriously, because without you guys, we wouldn't have anything to do this for any reason.
Yeah,
and except the fact that.
Pick our brains. Give us something to talk about. Give us ideas and things you want to see. Give us, just ask us interesting questions. If we said we made a mistake about something, correct us. Like, give us information that you might want to know, or ask questions of things you might want to know. Sorry, that was a mess. But yeah, like, just pick our brains. Just we're here to have fun. We're here to have conversations. We're here to make it engaging and fun for all of you. So please just talk to us.
If you guys have any suggestions, be like, hey guys, can you find out information about this game or this studio, or hey, I heard about this game. Can you guys maybe show us some footage of it or whatever? Let us know. We'll try to find it, or if not, we'll try to get the game and play it, and give you some live footage or whatever we can. Or not live footage, but down the line we'll do some lives down the line. We're discussing it. We're trying to.
I was testing a little Twitch thing out the other day. I was actually playing on there.
There you go. Yeah. So so please, guys, thank you so much for the support. Please continue the support. We will give shout outs down the line if you comment and ask questions. Again, please comment and ask questions. Check out the last two videos that we did. Mr. Lee had a video based off of I'm going to mention it again later down the line, but he had a reaction video to a Mind's Eye. I made a video straight up about casting Zelda, and another video game called Ill. We really would love more comments and questions on those videos and future videos on top of that. So guys, like, subscribe, bell notification, share the video to anyone who you think that will love games. And let's get into the damn video today.
All right.
What you got, Rav?
All right, guys. So Xbox made an announcement earlier in the week that they made another partnership. You know how they've been doing the Asus ROG, the Ally X that's coming out and all that. So they made a new announcement that the next Xbox is going to be as close to a PC as you can make it. There's they made a good deal, and everybody's going with the Ryzen chips and things like that. So it makes sense that they would make this deal. They made a deal with AMD, and they're saying that they're going to provide all the new chips for the next few years. It's a multi-year deal. They didn't specify how many years or anything like that, but it's an interesting little tidbit that they're going to put out. So let's check out this video.
Money.
Let's check out this video. You got anything on that?
All I know is I really like AMD and Ryzen company because I have a Ryzen AMD 5600 XD in my lap on my PC right now, and that's the one that me and my friend built. Actually, let me be honest, I bought the parts. He built it, and he was showing me how to build it. So, but yeah, Ryzen so far, no problems. Like,
got you.
Loved it. So yeah, let's watch. Let's watch. I'm interested in this.
All right, let's go.
Hit the button.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles. In your living room,
AI,
in your hands.
Of course.
Together with AMD, we are advancing the
It said AI on the chip.
silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the game.
Pause it for a second. Pause it for 1 second. Just pause it for 1 second. All right. So she already said AI. Right. I'm already in. Right.
Yeah.
What if she's AI? I have not seen this. I swear I have not seen this video yet. This is the first time Ravage showing me this video. I have not seen anything about this. What if she's AI? And look, there's still like what 30 seconds left. I mean, I could be wrong, but you see all the TikTok videos and with the monkey and the Superman and holding the anyway. Go ahead.
Well, Sarah Bond is a real person. She does work for Xbox. She used to work at a bunch of other companies, but yeah, she's a real person.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience, not locked to a single store or tied to a device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
We've been saying it for a little while that the consoles are becoming more and more like PCs. They can become more like computers. And as far as the AI, it's not. It's all the upscaling and the frames that the filling in of the frames where most consoles can't, without these new chips, can't keep up with PCs. So the AI is the upscaling and the filling in frames and just making it look and reaching that potential without having to worry about the frame rate drops and stutters and graphics quality issues and things like that. So it makes sense that they would use these AI upgrades on their new systems.
Yeah, I mean it's I love the ideas behind it. Exactly what she was saying, that the future is yet to come. Just because you see that the impact that AI is having right now on all social media, on artwork, on movies, TV, pictures, editing, everything you could think of, music making, voices. They're making freaking songs with what's his name, Frank Sinatra, and he's singing like hip hop songs, and it sounds like actual. So AI technology is going crazy. So of course they're going to implement it. That's going to be the next thing for everything. But how they're going to use it,
the AI thing is worrisome just because of the whole environmental aspect of it and all that stuff. They say every time somebody uses AI for a simple prompt, it kills a bunch of trees or uses a bunch of water or something like that. I don't really know what it is, but
I don't know how.
I don't know how it is either. I would believe it would be the burning of the trees and all that stuff because you need the technology and all that you need that to be able to run with these systems. But I don't know how it works. I got to do more research on that myself to get a better understanding of it. But
Yeah, because it's like I know every little bit of technology that's ever been developed has kind of poked at something else to take from it so that way it can become better itself. You know what I mean? So like, like the car takes away from a little bit from the environment so it could run gasoline, and then instant electricity is going to be the next wave in vehicles, and then all of a sudden to make the batteries for the vehicles affects the environment more than the gasoline does from the car. It's just like, what can we win or something?
No,
like I know solar is different, but there's other shit. Anyway, back to the AI thing. I'm looking forward to this because I want to see, because I thought the Xbox S and Xbox X were interesting. I never bought them, but they were interesting just because they were shut up PC towers.
Yeah,
especially the X. So it's like if they're gonna go that route, and they're already like with the handheld, like with the at the ending of the video, it showed a second of it, the ROG Ally Xbox X Ally or something.
Yeah, the X Ally X.
Well, whatever the hell it's called, it looks bugged out. I'm really interested in that, and I'm not even a handheld gaming person like we mentioned before with the Nintendo Switch 2 and stuff like that, but to play my Steam Deck, no, not Steam Deck, but my Steam catalog.
Hey, watch yourself. Make sure you say Steam
Deck.
What did he say?
DECK. To play with my Steam Deck. Yeah, okay. Let's keep it general.
Yeah.
To play with the Steam catalog on a Windows device.
Yeah,
and with the Ally or the Steam Deck or Lenovo Legion Go S and Legion Go, and
it's like all these other devices.
Yeah, like where did they come from, bro? Because like seriously, like I know Switch been out for a minute, minute. Everybody heard of Switch. Then you had a couple of the emulator handhelds like Abernathy and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you come out with. Now the Ally
Deck was the one that
Steam Deck started it. Like, I mean, Switch. Well, no, not even
Switch was the prototype, but then Steam Deck
more modern one.
Yeah, the Steam Deck took it to open base for PC games and emulation, things like that. Where the Switch is just very locked to Nintendo, and then all these other companies attached onto that, seeing, hey, we can do this too, and make some money on it. It's always, somebody's gonna always take an idea and run with it, but.
Yeah, because if we take it back to the old days, like it was like even before Game Boy, there was something before Game Boy, but I think Game Boy was the first big handheld.
Tiger Electronics was those little LCD.
Tiger Electronics, yes. Okay, so Tiger Electronics had a bunch of the they were like the Abernathy's of today, but from back then, because they had one game.
Yeah.
But
okay.
it was like one 3-bit game or something like that, like Snake or whatever, and then Game Boy, and then PSP, PS Vita. I forgot which one came first. Yeah. And they had all these other handhelds. I remember. What was the Sega one? Oh man,
Game Gear.
Game Gear. Yes, thank you.
And then Game Gear. The Nomad was after that.
Yeah. So I'm history repeats itself, bro. Yeah. So I'm excited right now because I'm thinking about getting a handheld. But it has to be Windows. It's not gonna be Nintendo or what was the other one? I forgot what the other one was. Anyway. Xbox. Most likely it'll be like a Steam Deck or that Legion Go. Anyway.
I got a little theory, but so they keep saying they keep saying Sony's in talks of doing another PSP or PS Vita type of thing, the Vita 2 or whatever. So you had a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned these AR glasses. What if Sony just made an AR system, like a system that's glasses only, and it's mobile, and you have controllers? Tell me that wouldn't be amazing.
But yes, because the one you're talking about the controllers. Yeah, the virtual the glasses that give you like 120 inch, 135 inch screen.
Right.
That's like 4K in front of you.
Right. And Sony and Sony already has their VR kit, so it's like they're already kind of in that space. So it would make sense if they're going to do a mobile handheld to make it lightweight and all that stuff, make it an AR glasses type of thing, where you could just connect the controllers into your pockets or something and just kind of like play from there without having to.
Oh man, like if they came out with just like the Sony controller.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe add maybe a little bigger, add a couple of some additives or whatever.
Yep.
And then just linked either Bluetooth wise or what is it? What I forgot, Bluetooth 6 or Bluetooth 7, whatever level they're at. For the speed quality of graphics, or even if you just connect it with a 3-foot cord directly to the controller, that would be awesome.
I would hope that would be an idea that Sony might
right. And if they do something like that, let's say your theory pans out, right? They do some sort of glasses like that's linked to a controller. Mm-hmm. Now their competition is no longer really the handhelds. Now it's going to be the AR glasses.
Exactly. They're the only ones in that space doing video games the way they'd like,
Right. Because the other ones, like the Virtue and the Real glass and all this stuff, whatever, they all have to link to another device,
right?
So that way it can like your PC, your phone, your Switch 2, your Steam Deck. So that way it could work properly. If they came up with their own thing, but everything was like just here. Mm-hmm. And it looked dope. It looked cool set up, and the controllers. Oh man, and not charge $1,000. Do not charge $1,000.
Well, speaking of charging $1,000, not that they will, but they also. Well, thinking of this idea, if they did this, you know what I mean? It could work with the PlayStation 5 and all that stuff because they have remote play already built in. They have the little controller with the screen on it that they could play. The I forget what it's called, but anyway, so they can do something like that and have the AR glasses. But if they announced the new system, which they did earlier this week, they talked about
PS6.
They're working on the PS6 and all this stuff. So that would be pretty cool. What if the AR is just the mobile and the system itself? You know what I mean? Kind of like the way the Nintendo Switch is, except that it's AR glasses you could wear on your eyes, and then you wear in the Matrix at that point. You know what I mean? Like it'd be cool because then you just got to tap in and that's it.
And the only downside I see to the AR glasses, even though I love the freaking idea, is like if let's say you have a family, you got 3 or 4 kids, they all want to play the same thing. Mm-hmm. Now, if there's only one pair of glasses, then you have to sell some sort of bundle kit with more than one pair of glasses, or I think you already know where I'm going to go. Is they're going to sell some sort of dongle attachment to connect. They're going to come up with it, so they'll sell them. They're going to come up with a thing.
It's going to be a little dock. It'll be a dock or something that'll be the system, kind of like the way the Nintendo Switch has the dock that you connect to the TV, except that everything is wireless. That would be cool, you know. So I mean, it's a good idea. It's
a hypothetical, and we're already selling ourselves the extra accessories.
Yeah, we're gonna be real disappointed when the system actually comes out. It's gonna be a box.
It'll be like, it's shaped like a spaceship.
They also remember a few years ago they put out an advertisement that was like the PlayStation 9, and it was supposed to be in the future, and it's like
it was this like a glowing orb.
Contact, the orb, the contact lens that you put on, and then it's your system. You playing the thing. So that's kind of where I got the idea of what if they did AR glasses and just skipped all that. You know what I mean?
That would be dope though if they had like just the contact. That's some Minority Report shit.
Oh yeah,
it's like we mentioned before. Oh man, and then Nintendo with the damn Switch 2, and then that the Donkey Kong game is coming out or something now.
People, the Switch 2 it's nice, it's all right. Like I actually finally got to actually play one. I was at a Dragon Ball convention in New Jersey with my son for his birthday, and they had a bunch of Switch 2s laid out, and you could play video games and stuff like that there. So we actually got to play one for about 10-20 minutes or whatever, and it was cool. It feels nice. It plays pretty cool, and the system runs well and all that stuff for what we were playing. We were playing Mario Kart, checking it out. And then I honestly think that they shouldn't have just called it a Switch 2. They should have just called it a Switch Pro and just let it be an upgrade, kind of like the PlayStation Pro does and the Xbox. The next Xboxes usually do. They have that mid-gen refresh. They should have just called it Switch 2 Pro or a Switch Pro, and left it as part of the Switch family, and just let the games be compatible with both systems. Just because it's not that it's a nice upgrade, but it's not enough of an upgrade to warrant it a Switch. But then again, we haven't really seen games for it too much. We've only got the 2 games plus the Donkey Kong thing that they put out the other day. So
didn't they release? Weren't they supposed to release like 40 something games on day one?
That's more, it was the 2 games that they had, and then all the other games were third-party games, and then everything, like I think every 2 weeks or every week that it's been out, they've put out a new game, and it's nothing like major. They had the one that teaches you about the system for $10, and then I think this week or next week is the Donkey Kong game that's coming out, which is supposed to be their major big next like first party hit. So
yeah, I mean, I know people who are already trying to like how can I pre-order that now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's out. The pre-orders are up. So
yeah,
so, Donkey Kong game's good.
I mean, okay, yeah, they're gonna wrong. Everything I've seen about Donkey Kong, what is it called? I forgot what it's called.
Bonanza.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. So all right, so every little thing I see about that, like the footage or whatever, I'm like, hi, that game looked crazy. That game looks beautiful, fun, enjoyable. Perhaps $80 game, perhaps.
Yeah, I think it'll be 70. It's the same people who did the Mario Odyssey game that came out for the Switch 1, and that game was very, very good. Where it's very fun. It's the puzzles are good in it. It's a nice little platformer. So if it's anything like that, I hope that they really put some thought into it and made it worth. If they are going to charge $80 for it, at least make it worth it and give a lot of levels and things to do in it, because it's easy to get bored just destroying everything after a while. And I'm sure there's more to it than all that. They haven't really showed enough of it to tell, but yeah, hopefully it looks good.
Yeah, if I had the Switch 2, that's something that I would look into. I don't care about Mario Kart.
You're playing the Incredible Hulk in that game. That's basically all you're doing, just destroying everything. You're running around destroying everything.
Yeah, I relate to those characters. Destroying. Oh man, what anything next on the agenda for the video game world, sir?
Going back to PlayStation, there's a rumor that we talked a couple of weeks ago about Warner Brothers and how they are going to be focusing on these specific what do they call it, franchises: Mortal Kombat, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and whatever else. So,
I downloaded that game, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's free to play. The Game of Thrones Crossroads, something like that. I forgot the name of the game, but I downloaded it. I'll have a little review, maybe next episode or something, because I need to play it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were saying, I'm sorry. That's right.
No, you're all good. So Warner Brothers is owned by, or has a partnership with Discovery Channel, and they recently split after joining for like 2 years. It was Warner Brothers Discovery, and now they're separating Warner Brothers and Discovery to two separate companies again. And according to, hold on one second, according to WCCFtech.com, they're splitting into 2 separate divisions, which is going to be Warner Brothers Global Networks and Warner Brothers Discovery Global Networks and Warner Brothers Discovery Streaming Studios. And Global Networks is basically going to be focusing on their live TV, like the cable channels and all the stuff that they actually have on air. So nothing streaming, none of the original TV shows that they make streaming or anything like that. And then Warner Brothers Streaming Studios is going to be the HBO, the all the streaming channels that people that make the studios that make those movies and TV shows and things like that separately. Along with that is their gaming division. So there's a lot of rumors going around saying that Warner Brothers has been trying to get out of the video game division for video game industry for a long time. They were up for sale years ago. Then when Discovery came around, they decided to not sell it, and now they're back to possibly wanting to sell it. Just because to them it's not profitable, I guess,
Of course, it's not profitable for them. Like what was the last big WB game that they had? That was the Harry Potter. Okay, so that's
2 years, 3 years, almost 3.
And before Harry Potter, Would be Montreal with like a Batman game,
probably, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
no, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's their other biggest franchise that they put out every few years. So
yeah, but Mortal Kombat's not really the same, is it?
Not the last Mortal Kombat, the one before it, Mortal Kombat, I think it was 10, did very well. It made a lot of money, and a lot of people were playing it. It was in Evo. It was good. A lot of people enjoyed that game.
But apparently they had some sort of failures because of that Kill the Justice League game, which was I told the Lee that I bought it for $4. and I still feel like they robbed me because that game is like it looked okay, design wise it was okay, control wise it was off, and what you got to do in the game in the very beginning, I was like, huh?
You know what would have saved that game was don't make it a DC universe game. Don't make it a DC characters game. Just create new characters, and that game probably would have made money. You know what I mean? If they wanted to do that whole what type of game is that? Live service type of game.
Yeah.
And if they would have just put other characters, other faces, it probably would have made some kind of money.
Yeah, that shit sucked. I think I know a few people who bought it because they're like DC fans, and literally they returned it like within an hour. And I was like, so I bought it for $4, and I was like, I'm not gonna return it. Like it's $4. But
and the thing is that from everything I've read and heard on it, I haven't played it, but everything I've read is that the game itself is okay. Like, had it not to do with the destroying the purple lights in the sky and all this shit, but the way the game moves, the way the game plays, the way the game looks is good. It's not, there's no major issues with it. It didn't have any like breaks in the the way the game plays or anything like that. But it's just the fact that it was Suicide Squad. We didn't. They're stuffing Suicide Squad down our throats. Warner Brothers at the time.
Yeah, so, they didn't move the way the characters would move, like in the comics or in the maybe except for like the well, not even him. It was like he's jumping so far, like a Hulk type character, Yeah. And I mean, I guess but the guy with the guns, he was in the Suicide Squad movie. I want to say yes, Deadshot. I keep want to say Deathstroke. I'm like, no, that's the other guy. But yeah, Deathshot. So like Deathshot was like the only one that I think was like cool enough to like do that. So they should have just made a Deadshot game.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, it threw Harley Quinn. Oh, everybody loves Harley Quinn. Oversaturation with Harley Quinn. Let's take her in small doses now, please.
Yeah.
They already messed up Harley Quinn in that last Joker 2 movie. And Margot Robbie
separate from everything else. So let's see. Yeah, Margot Robbie. I hear she's hopefully coming back for those movies.
Yeah, she better.
And then how do you have Captain Boomerang in a game as a character and he doesn't get to use his boomerangs? He's still shooting with guns.
I mean, he has the boomerang,
but he doesn't use it as a weapon. Does he? That's what I've read. Everybody complained about that. It's like one of the stupidest things in the game.
You know what? I don't remember ever using a boomerang. I think I only played the game for like 45 minutes to an hour, and I don't. And I was with Captain Boomerang for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and I don't remember not once using the freaking boomerang. Now that I think about it, that game's trash.
Yeah. So anyway, going back to the story. So they're up for sale. The rumor is that Sony is the lead to purchase Warner Brothers Game Studios, meaning NetherRealm and all their little studios underneath. Whether or not that means they're going to sell the franchises with it is another story. I don't know if they're going to do that, because I don't think they're going to sell Game of Thrones. I don't think they're going to sell Mortal Kombat. They might, just for the gaming part of it. Maybe they'll license it to them and let them have Warner Brothers Gaming Studios, but I don't know if they'll sell those franchises off to them.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, Sony makes good games. Minus their business practices in general, they make very good games. So you can imagine them making a Batman game. You think they've already got Spider-Man. Now imagine if they had Spider-Man and Batman. That's going to be crazy.
Shout out to Insomniac Games, because those Spider-Man games are some of the best games I ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And the Batman games are some of the best games too. The original 3.
Yes.
Well, actually, they were all good. They were all good. Yeah. It's just I think like 2 or 3 kind of they were above the rest.
Yes.
Yeah, Sony doesn't make good games. I can't deny that in any way, shape, or form. They do make good games and some great games as well. What do you think are what do you think? I mean, I'm not gonna say their plans or anything like that, because this is just hypothetical, is hearsay. What do you think should be the first game or first character that Sony should take to make a game out of for DC?
That's a great question. For DC.
I have an idea, but I think you already know what I'm gonna say.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're I think honestly for this one, I'm gonna go with LeeBoy, because I know what his answer is gonna be, would be Flash. I think if Sony took made a Flash game, I think they were using Warner Brothers Studios, but with all the assets and money that Sony has to throw at that, I think they would make an amazing Flash game and do it right. Because if you take that with the Spider-Man games, like just the way those move, if they give Flash to Insomniac, forget it. Oh man, that'd be great.
Well, for me personally, obviously, if you know me, you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a Superman game, a proper, respectful Superman game. But if I had to go with a second choice, my second choice would have to be something along the lines of the Green Lantern Corps. Because with the Green Lantern Corps, there's space police.
Yeah.
You could create 100 freaking storylines.
Yeah, and it could be a live service game if they want. It could be like
no,
not live service in that way. Like what's this game? The one where you're killing the bugs. It could be something like that, but Green Lantern.
Oh, Helldivers.
Yeah, like Helldivers. Thank you. My mind is all messed up.
Okay, a Helldivers Green Lantern Corps type. Hey, you know what? I can see that. That
could be fun.
Hell yeah. I mean, everybody will be their own Green Lantern. Or even different color Green Lanterns, because there are several.
Right.
I'd definitely be red. I'd be one of the Red Lantern Corps. Like, if you don't know what a Red Lantern Corps is, look it up.
Right, that shit. There you go.
There's also orange, white, black. Anyway, go ahead.
Throwing it back at you, what would you think besides Warner Brothers? What other franchises do you think Sony could play with, like studio wise? We already know they got Game of Thrones. We know they got. I think it was Lord of the Rings. I may be wrong on that. I don't know if that's Amazon or not, but either way,
I think it's Amazon.
I can't remember the names of the games. There's Mortal Kombat. I don't have the list of games either way. So forget that question. Anyway, moving on. Unless you got
no. It's well, with the Mortal Kombat series, one, they have like is the gaming and movie network together, or like Warner Brothers Movies and Warner Brothers Gaming separate, or is that together?
Well, Warner Brothers Gaming and Warner Brothers Music are separate, but that's part of the ones that they're selling off as the movies as well. So the movies, the games, all that would go to whoever's buying.
Okay. So they bought it like in a bundle pack, right? Mm-hmm. They bought the games and movies together. So if they did a Mortal Kombat, let's say they want to kick off a new series, and video games, then I would say related to the movie, but still keep the edgy darkness, the crazy fatalities, just make it more cinematic, I guess, in relation to the movies that you're gonna have. Like, don't change the game up too much, because the formula did work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you change up Mortal Kombat too much, Mortal Kombat fans are gonna be pissed. And then they'll leave it completely. But if you make it more interesting, more fun, and let's say maybe even perhaps a character creator in a Mortal Kombat fighting game where you can create your own character alongside, the Liu Kang, Scorpion, all these people.
So you mean like the new Mortal Kombat movie that just came out a few years ago with that new guy?
Well, but a good character.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah, but to follow the movies.
My only issue with that would be like Sony is not great at making movies. So a lot of their franchise movies, look at all the Spider-Man movies that they put out. Not Spider-Man, but Kraven, Venom, Madam Web. Like how bad those movies were, that worries me on if they decided to make a Mortal Kombat movie. Because if they couldn't follow those characters with the history that they have, they're not gonna follow shit with Mortal Kombat. They're gonna those movies up.
Damn, you just kind of blew up everything I said. Look.
I'm sorry.
No, because it's yeah, you're correct actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, because Kraven,
but they do Harry Potter. They have hits. They just don't know how to do specific types of movies, like character. I don't know.
What they have to do is like, all right, so
they're great with fantasy. They're awesome with fantasy. They are not good with modern day.
And that's the thing though. They should, if they're great with fantasy, which I agree with, then they should get the comic book shit down too, because it's fantasy.
Yeah.
That's the thing that pisses me off, because it was those films were, and I don't mean to get away too far away from the video games, but those films for Sony were cash grabs.
Oh, yeah.
They wrote the probably AI script bullshit. And they threw it at some like, oh, you want to be director? Here you go. Here's a script. There you go. Make that shit. We're gonna give you X amount of money.
The directors that they picked were good directors. They've had hits as well. Like it's just they just made bad movies, and I don't know if I think.
But I can't blame those directors, because if all right, so if you have someone handing you $150 million and they're telling you, hey, this is the budget for the movie. Mm-hmm. Within that $150 million, keep $10 million for yourself. Keep $10 million for yourself, because that's your payment. The other 140 is for the movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, we need this to be like this like that. We need this to be in the storyline. We need this to end like this. We need this in the middle, and we need this to introduce this, and we need an ending scene like this. And like, fuck, you just took away 80% of my creativity away.
Yeah,
for $10 million. $10 million, right? The handcuff to it. So if they do the same thing with games, games are a much longer development process than a movie. A movie could be anywhere from the shortest film in independent wise is probably like 24 hours to shoot a film. That's guerrilla style, right? That's independent stuff. Major motion picture feature film, I think the shortest I ever heard of was 6 to 8 months.
Yeah,
shortest I've ever heard. Longest, like 20 something years to finish one feature film, and that's because they use the same actors from when they were teenagers to 20s and 30s, something like that. So interesting movie too. Like
I forget the name of that movie.
I think Ethan Hawke was one of the actors.
I'm not sure. There is one movie that I maybe we're thinking of the same movie where they filmed them from childhood to like full adulthood, and they made a whole storyline out of that, his whole life or whatever, and it looked pretty cool. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but the thing is that if Sony does that, like with the games, to develop the proper games, whatever characters they choose or character, they have to pay attention to the story, make a good story.
Yeah,
make sure the character has a conflict, how there's an equal balance between the villain and the hero. Make sure the villain thinks that he or she is the hero.
The hero, right?
And now you got the conflict that you need, and now you come out with mission designs, fighting designs, the mechanics, stuff like that. And then when all that is said and done, graphics and everything, style-wise and whole nine, then add some little corporate bullshit to it.
Yeah.
But only when you have the heart developed. When the heart of the game is developed. Like, because, like, think about it. If you, the Spider-Man games, fantastic, great. If they came out and said, hey, we have 47 different Spider-Man skins, and we're going to put them at a reasonable price. Now, no $27 for one skin, but like $3.
Those are pretty cheap, those skins. Yeah. No, Sony. I think as far as gaming, Sony's good with that. They'll give you as much time as you need to build the story, and they don't play too much. Where they don't seem like they get involved too much in the corporate bullshit for the gaming. I don't know. Maybe they are, but it's not talked about. But everybody seems happy. Like the directors, the creators, the writers, they all seem very happy when they're talking about the games and how Sony let them, have their creativity and let them build whatever they want to build. Obviously, there's some pull with that when they're making like sequels and things like that because they're stuck making the sequels, but they do allow them some of their creativity. That's where you get Astrobot, sorry, and a few other like little games like that where that they let them come up with their own ideas and put those games out there. There was Dreams a few years ago. They had
love that game.
They let the creators have their fun. So I think Sony is good as far as the games. As far as movies, it's a whole nother story. They're very hit and miss with movies. Some of their movies are flops, terrible, really bad movies. And then some of them are great, so depending on what they do with those characters or whatever from Warner Brothers, if they buy them, because it's not confirmed, nothing is official, but it'll be a cool little purchase if they did it, especially with Xbox buying every other thing out there,
Oh man, what's gonna happen to Superman? Like the movie.
Yeah. Oh.
Is that coming out like soon?
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking like, imagine they start messing with the DC universe now.
Yeah, because WB Discovery hired James Gunn, and the other guy, and I like James Gunn. I like a lot of his movies. His movies are great. And the Superman movie looks cool. Looks interesting. Little, not my certain choice for suit, but that's me because I said the same thing about the Superman and Lois TV show. Like I hated the suit. Oh, this show's gonna suck. Look at the suit is whack. And then you watch the show, and I'm like, wow, this is actually the best rendition of Superman I've seen since Christopher Reeve.
Yeah. They give him a couple of suits eventually. He'll have by the second, third movie, he'll have like 4 or 5 suits. They're gonna pull an Iron Man with him and just give him as many suits as possible.
Yeah. So I mean, the suit isn't. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna let that go. We'll talk about that another time. Maybe when the movie comes out, we'll do like a movie review for it. Oh man, but I am worried about that shit now.
Yeah.
Like at least not this movie, but
after if they buy it, we're screwed. Those movies are gonna flop too. So anyway.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, guys.
James Gunn says, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
I'm controlling this shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, but to the viewers, if you guys are interested or have any ideas or whatever on what could possibly happen if Sony buys or doesn't buy, or other companies that you would be interested in buying Warner Brothers gaming, movies, division, or whatever it is, put it in the comments. That'd be cool to see.
Wouldn't it be dope if Universal Studios straight up just bought them?
Movie wise, yes, that would be great. That would be amazing. But gaming, Universal doesn't do gaming, so
let's say they just buy the rights to it and keep those independent companies. Like, hey, here's just money, guys. Make the best games you could possibly make. You have one chance to make
just
the best
license out the characters.
Yeah. I'd be done with that.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Because the movie side of it would be, I think, phenomenal.
It would be interesting having Superman at a Universal Studios theme park and not at a Six Flags theme park for the first time ever.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. That'd be dope. I would like that. Oh man. Any other news, sir?
Nothing major. I'm sure there's a couple of little stories, but that's pretty much it for now, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, the only thing I have really is Nintendo Switch 2. The sales are ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're the fastest selling console in history apparently right now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna apparently not too long before it catches up to the most selling consoles. They just need, I think, a few more million.
For the Switch 1, they're very close to beating PlayStation 2, I think it is. That's number 1.
Yeah. So, and it's skyrocketing. So, Hey, a lot of people like getting ripped off. I mean, by paying money for. I'm not. I'm just saying, if it brings you joy,
Nintendo's
you
gonna
know what I'm
Nintendo. They might get ripped off. The prices are expensive or whatever it is. It is a big jump, but listen, everything in this day and age has gone up. So I think it's people have just become accustomed to it and are willing to accept all of these companies raising their prices for every little thing. I just had repairs done on my car and I paid more than I've ever paid in my life before. Like it's everything's up. So
yeah, man.
the system it's somewhat powerful. You know, they're comparing it to an Xbox Series S, so you know that it's more powerful than everybody thought it was. CyberPunk runs well on it, which is the big issue, because that means if it couldn't run on a PlayStation 4 but it's running on a Switch 2, that's good signs.
I mean, it's optimized after the game. Well, the game was optimized
For sure.
And then they optimized it for the Switch 2, which was great.
Right.
But when it came out, it was not optimized for PS4. I had the PS4 right there. I still have the game right there. I play it and I'm like, oh, it still looks horrible.
yeah.
But I also have it for my PC and it looks great for my PC.
And I honestly, I have a feeling that Nintendo has hid some secrets in their system, and I'm pretty sure as time goes on, they're going to unlock more and more and more power for the system with updates and stuff like that. That's usually what a lot of these companies do. And even though this says, hey, it has this chip, I think they found ways to optimize it even better. So it's probably going to run better in the future. And the more the game developers learn how to play with that infrastructure and all that stuff and build these games for the Switch 2, the better the games are going to run in the future. In the next, 5 to 6 years, you're going to see probably games you'd never thought you'd see on a Switch 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's promising. Yeah. I have one more little small tidbit of news involving the Switch 2 again, because apparently the Switch 2 does not stop.
Yeah, man.
It does not stop. But this is kind of in a negative sense, though. A truck was robbed.
I forgot about this one. You're right.
And they had 3,000 Switch 2s stolen.
Yep.
So now
$2 million worth of Switch, they said?
Yeah. And it was the Mario Kart bundle.
Yeah.
It was all $500 ones. So apparently, now you guys have to be wary if you're gonna buy a Switch 2 online that's not from a reputable dealer, because if not, I think all the Switch 2s have specific little codes in them.
Yep.
And if one of those 3,000 is activated, Nintendo is bricking your shit.
Oh yeah.
So if you paid whatever for something that was stolen, you just paid $500-$600 or more for a brick, for a paperweight.
Yeah,
because Nintendo's gonna get their shit back. so be careful about that. I think that just happened 2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah. And Nintendo's good at finding stuff like that. And if they find the guy that actually stole it, or the store that they stole it from, and they had anything to do with it, there's a lawsuit and a half. Nintendo has the most powerful lawyers in the world, I think.
Yeah, it's Nintendo and then government. It's crazy.
Just buy it legit. If you're gonna buy it at all, buy it legit.
Yeah.
Buy it from the store,
or buy a Steam Deck, DECK, and put your Steam library, or ROG Ally, or Legion OS. Yes, they cost more, or not the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is actually less. And some of the older games you can get, or not older games, but older consoles, handhelds, like the Legion Go, the Lenovo Legion Go. You mentioned before, right? It was $500 down from $1,000.
Well, I don't know how long that sale is going to last, so I don't know if that sale will still be on by the time the episode's out. But yeah, right now it's $500 as of the time of recording.
Yeah. So and then the new one I believe is $899.
Right.
So it's pretty much gonna be $1,000 with tax and everything like that.
And the Xbox one is supposed to be coming out sometime in October. There's a rumor going
like
around.
There's 4 versions of the new Xbox One.
Of the new Xbox One, there's 2. There's the 2 that the Ally X, and then there's the ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally.
But
so there's those 2. But they're also they partner with Asus to make those official, but there's other companies copying that infrastructure and making basically the same thing with their own version of software on the system. So,
but anyway, there are more handheld consoles out there other than Switch 2s. So go check those out because if not,
they don't play Nintendo games, man. They don't play Nintendo games.
Come on, man.
Play Mario Kart. See, you're not a Mario Kart guy. You don't understand. You're not a Smash Bros guy. You're not understand. For those people that play those games, you're not gonna get a better experience anywhere else. I don't give a shit if it's that Sonic game that me and Lee was talking about a couple of weeks ago. That Sonic racing game. Like, no, it's not gonna be the same. It's not Mario Kart, bro. Sorry, it's not gonna happen.
Is it F-Zero? Is it F-Zero?
Oh, bro, I wish they brought back F-Zero. They got to bring that back one day. That's one of the best games.
Oh yeah, they have F-Zero. They have like 6 different versions of it. I think the last one came out in 2015, something like that.
Well, yeah. It was for like was it GameCube or Switch or something like not Switch, Wii. So yeah, that games are good, but they got to bring back that franchise. That'd be cool.
So comments of the week today is by John Z 15. Is that how you pronounce that? I don't want to mispronounce anyone's name. I don't want to be disrespectful.
They've been a follower for a long time. Since the beginning they've been commenting on the episodes.
Yeah, I think he was like subscriber number 3 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Or 4. Like, he was a subscriber before I was. That's the sad part. So John yeah, I think I'm like subscriber 79 or something.
Damn.
John Z 15. This was about the episode where we spoke about the canceling of the Black Panther game. So John Z says, "Yo, I blame Marvel more. So I blame Marvel more so than EA for the cancellation of the game. Much like y'all said about the lack of the box office success of Wakanda Forever and Marvel not recasting T'Challa after Chadwick's untimely demise, they single-handedly killed off the character with that move. So how do you move the Black Panther IP forward when there's no Black Panther? No disrespect to Letitia Wright Shuri and her how do you say that word? Ascendancy. Thank you. I'm sorry. I dropped out of college. And her ascendancy to the throne. So one of the most important and coolest characters in Marvel Comics history gets benched due to the actor who portrayed him passes. Is mad sad. Plus, I really think EA was over their heads with making a game with Black Panther versus Iron Man. Ooh, there is a lot to unpack in that comment. First of all, Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. He was a fantastic Black Panther. He embodied that character.
Hell yeah.
To a visual point where I had no idea I needed a character to be like that. He portrayed a king. You know what I'm saying? In all those movies.
Yep.
And did you know that he only got paid like $2 million for all his Black Panther appearances?
Yeah, and it was sick throughout the whole second movie. He was like,
because he was like technically an unknown actor, but he was a great unknown actor. And then the Black Panther character let people see what he could do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he had a bunch of movies before Black Panther. Like he played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42. That movie is fire. If you haven't seen it, we'll go see that. And he played damn it, we'll try to edit the name in here somewhere. I forgot the damn name. He goes, hit me, watch me now. James Brown. Yes, thank you. Damn it. I for some reason James Brown left my thought process. But yes, Chadwick Boseman played James Brown in the movie, and he did an incredible freaking job playing James Brown. Anyway, back to the Black Panther thing. EA, in my opinion, they canceled the game because they didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know what story to use. And yes, because of Chadwick Boseman's passing, I think they thought the IP was cooling off.
Yeah, for sure.
Letitia Wright Shuri, I enjoyed Black Panther too. It was not the same, but I mean, you know,
she's a great actress. She's just not. She doesn't have that leading star power that Chadwick Boseman had in the first Black Panther. Like they're definitely not on equal level. Like the movies were quality movies. They're just not on equal level as each other.
Look at Ryan Coogler. wrote and directed it, and then in the middle of it, he had to change up his writing because his friend passed. And what I mean, how do you do that? How do you bring a Black Panther 2 movie that has to be done when Black Panther is dead out of nowhere? So what they did was he did a kind of like a soft reset with the story, and I really enjoyed the movie because there was nothing else they could have done with it. Just like with the Fast and Furious movies, right?
Yep.
The Fast and Furious movies when the Brian died in real life.
You don't want to recast and disrespect, and you're like you got to give that character and that actor their flowers for the work that they did, and
the proper send off.
Right.
So
and
I mean the
way they did it in Wakanda Forever was very respectful, very good. They handled that very good.
And I thought it was the smartest choice to also kill off the Black Panther in the movie, or excuse me, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, because no one else is stepping into his Black Panther role and say, "Oh yeah, you're the same T'Challa." So instead, what they did was, I mean, I don't want to do no spoilers. If you didn't see the movie, I mean, you should have seen the movie. The movie was
4-year-old movie, 5 years old by now.
So it's 4 or 5 years old movie. If you have not seen the film Wakanda Forever, then please stop viewing this video right now and go watch Wakanda Forever and enjoy the movie, because I'm going to spoil the ending of the film right now, right here, because it's a part of the point I want to make. Okay, so you have 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna spoil it for you if you don't know the ending of the movie. Okay, all right. You had plenty of time to switch the film the video off, but to come back to the video though, you know what I'm saying? Watch it again, share it with your friends. Hit like, subscribe, the whole thing, bell notification. Do that. So in the film, since they couldn't recast the Black Panther, the Chadwick Boseman Black Panther, what they did was the next possible choice, which they were planning on doing anyway. They just had to speed it up. I think 3 or 4 movies earlier. And what they did was they introduced the new T'Challa, who was a child. He was what, 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that.
Yeah, look at
and they were like they were saying like, when Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther was with the beautiful girl who was supposed to be like the future queen, but she left to be something else, whatever. They had a relationship. She had a child. She didn't say anything, and then at the ending of the movie, they this is your nephew, and say what? Like what? There's another male in the family. They thought there were only 2 females, so now there's another male in the family who's the nephew, but he's a direct descendant from the king, Chadwick Boseman. So, and what did they name the kid? T'Challa. So he's the next Black Panther. So I thought that was a great way for the movies. Now for the games, I think they made a gigantic mistake. They should have never have canceled Black Panther. I mean, yes, fine, they're gonna go over Iron Man. Iron Man is more generally well known and accepted across everywhere, I guess.
They were gonna do Iron Man whether they canceled Black Panther or not. They were gonna make. They were already in the process of making the Iron Man game, So,
but I think it was a missed opportunity because there was a video I believe that I found that I had sent you guys through WhatsApp a few days ago, actually. That someone made a video and they found out a little bit of the story of what was supposed to happen in the Black Panther video game. And apparently, supposedly, there was supposed to be a Wolverine-like character fighting alongside T'Challa against the what are those green guys that morph?
The Skrulls. Yeah.
So the Skrulls were supposed to be like a fake Avengers, and Black Panther was supposed to fight them and then to save whatever and go on a mission to whatever. and eventually Wolverine will pop up somewhere, and other characters will pop up in the Marvel universe. But it was a Black Panther.
But the most interesting part about that video was that it was going to use a type or a version of the Nemesis system. The creator of the Nemesis system went to create this studio that was working on this game, and they had created a different version for something they can't get sued for. Definitely just different enough to not get sued, so this way they could incorporate it into their game. It definitely would have been good. They didn't need to cancel the game. I think the game honestly could have been far long enough to make it work and then be released before the Iron Man game. Because now you figure they're going to do Iron Man, which is still in infancy stage. That we're going to wait another 4 or 5 years to do that. It's
just something about 2028, 2029.
It's crazy. Honestly, if they would have given this game to the same studio that did Jedi Fallen Order and all that stuff, I think it would have been just as good, and incorporate that Nemesis system information into it. That could have been good. They make good games.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what the Nemesis system is, it's the fighting mechanics that they used in those like Lord of the Rings games, and I believe
Shadows of Mordor, and
that he was just like, it was a great system of blocking, dodging, parrying, and then you striking at the same time, and it felt intuitive whenever you play those games.
Well, and then if you kill something or you hurt someone, you hurt one of the orcs or whatever it is, they'll remember you and they'll come back for you later on, or a friend of theirs or family members of theirs will be like, "Oh, you killed my buddy," and then come after you, and you got a target on your back because you killed the wrong guy. So
you become hunted.
Yeah.
So you become the Nemesis in that system.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
I think it's a total missed opportunity. I have to agree with Mr. John Z15. They did cut the game because Black Panther supposedly was losing steam, even though it's still one of my favorite characters and still one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Let's not even get into the comics and all that stuff, what they're doing with Black Panther. I don't know if you've heard about that mess.
Are they making Black Panther white?
That's what's going on in the. I mean, I don't think it'll be the first time, because I think they've had this issue. They've had the character around before, where there was a white Black Panther. But yeah, in the comics,
it was
story.
It's an alternate universe,
right?
Type.
So, either way, anyway,
if it's an alternate universe thing, like all right, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
but not major main timeline. Not main timeline.
No,
main timeline. We need Black T'Challa to be a king, and fuck people up for good reason. Okay. So yes, thank you, Mr. Jonesy 15, for the comment. Thank you for the constant support. We really appreciate it, man.
For sure.
Anyone else out there, please, when you see one of our videos come up, like, subscribe, bell notification, leave a comment. We have 2 videos out right now this week, or last week, at the moment of you're watching this one. One about the Zelda movie casting, and another one that Mr. Lee dropped about talking about a special game called Mind's Eye. If you haven't heard about it yet, watch that video. There's some funny moments in that video. Yeah, that
video is awesome. Very good.
Yeah, and yes, just watch those videos, leave the comments, and we'll see if we pick 1 or 2 for the next comment of the week. And yeah, that way you'll be part of the show. So really appreciate the support. And eventually we'll get to a very special episode that me and Mr. Rav and Lee are discussing, because we reached a little milestone. We passed a milestone with the channel, and we want to continue growing. So one of my favorite things that I did in the Zelda video is, like, we want to reach out further and deeper into the gaming community, and
absorb your souls. I mean, no, just get you to subscribe. Just get you to subscribe.
Just subscribe. Subscribe, please. Mr. Rav, you have anything else to say to the people that are awesomely watching us right now?
I just want to thank everybody. Hopefully, if you're enjoying the content, check out all of our socials. We have the Facebook page, we got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got all of the socials, constantly putting out information there. We can't put out videos every day like some other podcasters and things like that, but we are, when we hear news and when we find news, we like to post it on the socials. So if you want more up-to-date information, check out the socials. It's little, little pop-ups here and there, but we're working on that to do better at it, and we want to make sure we give you the best news and the best information that we can. So definitely check out all of our socials. We try and do that every day and make sure we have something for you.
Yeah, another thing about our podcast is that we're all genuine friends, all three of us. We've known each other for a very long time. I don't even want to say how long we've known each other, but hey, you see the gray in our beards?
If you've seen the first video, you know.
Yeah, so we generally have these conversations back and forth anyway. So we just Mr. Rav decided to make a podcast out of it, and we all like, yeah, let's do it, have a good time. We're all smart asses, we all try to be fun, try to control some things here and there, because you don't want us unhinged or uncensored. Oh, we should make an uncensored video. Let's see if Mr. Lee likes that idea.
Let's go.
If you guys want to see a Megabit Misfits uncensored video, please
get a little shoulder, just
well, no, not like that. Not a naughty uncensored video.
It's uncensored, man. It's uncensored.
A smart ass, fully 100
unhinged.
Like everything is just out in the open, no problem. Yeah. So guys, thank you for the support. Please like, subscribe, bell notification, share. We will be on Facebook, we're on Instagram, just like what Mr. Rab was saying. We're on all the socials. Please follow our TikTok. Everything is Megabit Misfits. Everything.
That's right.
So Megabit Misfits, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook. What the hell else is there?
I think you got them all.
Mix.
If we're not on it, we'll be there eventually. Just give us time.
Yeah, if you want to make a Megabit Misfits grinder, if you wish, but we don't know what kind of stuff we're gonna put up there, though.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But hey, if it gets us views,
true.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night, and don't forget, guys. Whether you like them or whether you hate them,
play the games that you enjoy.
Oh yeah, and LeeBoy says he misses you guys. Bye.